Come and take a ride to the ocean. Stay. Introduce you to the ocean gang.
Hello again to my YouTube friends. We're back at my parents' house by the pond. So we're gonna do some hydro dipping today. You get a extra little faceplate with the Cobb access ports. If you saw my videos on those that I put up earlier on this week, thank you for watching them. If not, I'm going to link them somewhere up in the card, somewhere above. I will also put it down in the description. But anyway, hydro dipping, there's 1,000,001 YouTube videos already on it. But I want to try to give it a go on the access port faceplate. I'm also going to give it a shot on a controller for my Nintendo Switch. Honestly, no idea how it's gonna go. Pretty sure it'll come out all right. But yeah, let's jump into it. Alright, me again. So I am actually editing up this video now. I don't know if you paid much attention to the music that was playing in that little clip of me talking just now, but that music was actually produced by this man right here. He goes by Hoopsandhiphop on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, all of the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Hoops and Hip Hop. I've been following his YouTube channel now for years. I don't know exactly how, at least 2 or 3 now. But he produces a lot of Pokemon content. I've been a huge Pokemon fan for my entire life, really. And as well as producing Pokemon fan content for YouTube, he produces a lot of Pokemon themed music, which I have also been a huge fan of. Again, for, I don't know, I think 2016 is when some of the first tracks were put up on Spotify. So I reached out to him a couple days ago, and this morning I actually got a response and was given the okay to actually use his music in my videos. So huge thank you to Hoopsandhiphop. And if you could give him a follow, not only on YouTube but on Spotify and SoundCloud, Instagram, all of your social medias, give this man a follow. Like his, or listen to his stuff, and I'm sure if you just listen to and watch it and give it the chance, you are going to like it. So again, I can't say thank you enough to Hoopsandhiphop for allowing me to use your music in my videos. It's going to allow me to just make them a lot more entertaining for you guys to watch, as opposed to just standing there listening to me talk like you would have been without the music. You'll have just a little background, something to listen to, just to add to a little bit of production quality. So again, 3rd time, 4th time, 1,000,000th time, thank you to Hoopsandhiphop. Give him a follow. I will link all of his stuff in the description. If I haven't already, his Hoopsandhiphop will be spelled out right here so you don't get any spellings wrong. But check him out, and let's get back to hydro tipping. Alright, so the concept of this here is to apply paint to what we want painted, without doing it the typical spray it on way. Now for the controller, I already took it apart inside. It was really easy. Take the screws off the back, it pulls apart, take the electronics out, obviously, and then now we're ready to paint it. It is hot out here. So yeah, so this piece, I think for this, I'm just gonna dip the front, and I'm going to paint the back just a different color. I actually bought for my for the access port, I'm eventually going to be putting gold wheels on the car, so I bought some like a rose goldy kind of color that I wanted to marble in with the paint on the access port cover. I don't think I'm going to do it because it's not quite the right shade of gold, but I bought the paint, so I'm just going to use it on here. I'm going to paint this back piece gold, and I am going to dip the front. So in this video you're going to see me dipping the front of this controller and the access port cover, and the process involved in doing so. So with that being said, let's get some water in the bucket. We need to actually glue, I have some chopsticks here, just like take out extra chopsticks from Chinese food. What we're going to do is break them apart, and then just glue the chopstick onto the back of here. That way it'll give us something to hold on to. I mean, we could even actually probably just hold on to it with these little pegs, but the thing is, I just don't want to be holding it on the front of it while I'm dipping it, because where my finger is isn't going to get covered. But I might just dip this one like this, but with the access port it doesn't have anything, so I'm going to glue the chopstick to the back of the access port, and that'll give me just something to hold on to while I'm dipping it into the bucket. So with that being said, again, yeah, let's get some water in the bucket, get some glue on these. I'm also going to wipe this stuff down with some alcohol, that way it'll clean the surface off, just to not have any grease or anything underneath the paint. And let's get to it. Alright, so I have water in my bucket, I have my paint, I have some rubbing alcohol here that I am just going to put a little on a towel so that I can just wipe everything down real quick, again, just to get the crap off of it. I'm probably going to do this again one more time after I get it onto the glued onto the stick, but just to give it a little cleaning real quick. So, I got my stuff clean, I got my glue gun heating up. I am going to get a stick glued onto here. I don't need that. I'm going to get a stick glued onto here, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we have our stick glued on. Now this is by no means permanent. This is going to come off very easily. This is just so I can dip it into the water and not have to touch it on the outside. So let us get some paint shaken up. And then we're just going to spray the paint into the water. It's going to float on the surface. And then we're going to take our piece and then just dunk it in, not too fast. And it's just going to cover it and give it a nice marble multi-color look. And we're going to let it dry. Put the access port together, put the controller back together, and then we'll see how it turns out. Forgot one thing, gloves. These ones don't snap very good at all. Anyway, back to paint. dunk it and see what happens. So before I do the dip on this, I'm actually gonna paint this black. That way you don't see the. Actually, you know what? Mario pattern's gonna be cool on here. Let's do it on here. So that actually came out like crap because... So I'm actually gonna leave this in here because I want to show you guys the right and the wrong, what happens when things go wrong and what happens when things go right. So I was actually debating basing this black so you didn't see the Mario through it. When you're doing this, you need to kind of be pretty quick. You don't want the top layer of the paint to seal, otherwise it's not going to adhere to what you're trying to dip to it. So you want to be fairly quick after you spray the spray paint into the water. And just that couple minutes of or not minutes, I don't want to say minutes, but just that 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds of me debating basing this black first, essentially let it skin over and it just didn't adhere everywhere. It adhered pretty good to the side over here and over here, but to the rest of the controller, just not going to work. I'm actually going to leave this like this. And then I'm gonna dip so you can even see where the paint's really thick in areas that it just solidified too much before I could get it on there. So we're gonna do the cob access port now piece now. We're gonna do it right, and I actually got the big bucket in order to be able to do the access port a little bit easier, not have to worry about this little skinny bucket. When you're doing this, the bucket doesn't necessarily have to be clear. It just has to be big enough for you to be able to spray the paint and then move a clear path of water out so you don't get any extra paint on the part that you dipped. So yeah, I'm going to get this cleaned up and I'm going to fill my new bucket with water. I will get you guys reset back up in front of me, and let's dip this access port piece. Alright, so it's about to rain, so I gotta get this done fairly quick. So we got the access port cover here, we got our blue, and we got our black. I got a box here that I'm going to stick this into just to hold it while I clean everything up. So let's get this thing dipped, and we may even re-dip the cover of the controller if things go well. If not, then we won't. So let's get some spray paint. Blue. Black, blue, black, blue, black, black. So we're gonna try and dip it right around here and come out over here. And there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. So, again, when you get it fast enough, the paint is still ready to adhere to something. So that came out near perfect in my eyes. So again, the back, if this was a whole part, you can do whole parts this way, it'll do the back. But we're just going to rip the glue off and then get it out to onto the access port. So that's hydro dipping. Oh, so my smart self didn't wear gloves. Now I'm gonna have to clean spray paint off my hands. But I'm gonna put some gloves on and show you kind of a quick way to clean this up. And then we're gonna try to re-dip the controller. Alright, so the reason I put gloves on was because to clean this up, now I'm just gonna essentially dip my fingers. One of those. And now, now if I was doing more parts for a car, I would definitely get this water a lot cleaner than this, but just to try to re-dip the controller, this is fine, and let's get it done. Alright, so this is still wet, so I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. We got our blue. Black. Let's put a glove on kind of this time, as much as it would go on with wet hands. That way I don't repaint my hands. Let's try this again. Start with black, blue, black, probably would have looked better if I just based this black, but let's give this one more shot. I'm going to actually go from this angle over here. And so, not great. But it is what it is. It was a spare controller. I just figured I'd try to do something kind of cool with it. I'm just going to leave it and keep it as a memento of a failed hydro dip and go from there. So yeah, in a few hours when all this stuff dries, I will get it put back together, and I'll get the camera back on it for one more time and show you guys what it looks like. And that's it. So that's hydro dipping again. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever. Again, there's 1,000,001 hydro dipping videos, so if you want like an in-depth, this is how you do it. Sorry if I let you down, but I had a good time. I hope you had a good time watching. If you did, again, do the like and comment thing, but subscribe. I am trying to build this channel up as much as I can with what I can for now. Eventually, one of these days, I will give you a shop update. I did hear from the landlord last night, so things are kind of moving very slowly on that. But yeah, thank you again for spending some time with me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.